Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Welcome back to the full walkthrough in the Crew 2. It's part 40, and that means it's time to get ready for some more drag race events. We'll be continuing on for the walkthrough as part of the journey. Now, this one might have to go on over to the filters. We'll get organized by the disciplines. Only a few more to go until this one might have to get ready to be back in for having a full straightaways in 3 runs. I'm at Los Angeles, and this will might have the perfect place. We'll be going over to Bellflower for the first drag race. We'll be continuing on. From Century City to downtown LA is going to be a long distance out there. We'll have to go faster. But that means this will might have enough performance. We'll be going maximum for only 382 performance. Recommend to be at 340, so good thing I just spent a lot of free time. We'll be finding some live reward box. We'll be scouting around by flying until this will might give a good landing spot. By using the Proto A500, we'll be given a good exact landing spot. Whenever this will might have a good radar signal, we'll be picking up with some good parts. So let's travel to and get ready to go for having a most fastest drag race ever yet.
LA is probably one of the 2 cities where street racing car culture is king. You probably make your name nationwide.
Okay, looks like this one might have to take place after Santa Monica Beach, and that will might have to go over to Bellflower at the right direction. Just gonna get my Corvette C7 Stingray Drag Race Edition. We'll be going in. It's a good thing, taking a lot of practice, we'll go faster. We'll be doing a lot of good acceleration. We'll be saving it up before using a nitro. So let's go and beat the time by 19.4 seconds. First run coming right up. There you go. Just stay on the green zone to be in the gauge. Here I come. Quickest way by having a 5th gear, and this one might have some good straightaways, but it might have to take some less turns. There you go. Keep going at it. Wow. That was so close by having a good top speed at 355 miles per hour. Let's go over to run number 2. This is always just getting started. Okay, almost good enough by taking a perfect chance. Come on. Just gonna have to pack up with a nitro. Going much speed. Okay, run number 2 complete. So let's see the results. 17.321 seconds. That was amazing. Pretty good run. Almost perfect. This is going to be the last run, folks. This will be going in to take the last run. Preparation complete by the green burn. Perfect start will be going in. Now that was a very good run. 17.8 seconds. That was pretty good. So it looks like this is going to be quite very fantastic. That will be going in by having 17 seconds. By a decimal of 0.8 seconds by the double zeros is going to be quite very good out there. That deserves to be having a most perfect time. So it looks like second event on Los Angeles is finished, but this is going to be quite incredible out there for having a most finest distance from Century City to Central LA, through Koreatown and to downtown. But that was going to be quite very good for having the most finest drag race out there to be on the curb straightaways. Okay, looks like this is going to be quite good for moving right back in onto Las Vegas at the outskirts, Salt Flats. Maybe this one might have to be participate later on, so looks like this one might have to go over to Death Valley that I just barely remembered, that I just almost barely had that chance to be going in by having the most fastest check mark to be on the green. Red cross marks might need some more performance parts, so this one might have the perfect time to go in for a rematch. So let's travel to and get ready to participate for the second time. So I just did my best without having some current recommend performance, but always usual to be current until now after spending a whole lot of practice or picking up with some live reward box we'll be scouting around. So let's go and take some 3 runs, and this time it's gonna be a most perfect moment out there for having a most fastest run to be in the drag race, to be on the highway. Okay, perfect burn, checked. 3 seconds and going in. Just gonna have to quick shift onto the 5th gear. That's 1 run complete, only 2 more to go. Gear shift is perfect, top speed 353 miles per hour. Just gonna have to take the second run. I'm just getting warmed up. Okay, everything's all good. Just gonna have to do the same run. Taking less turns, more straightaways will go faster. Okay, looks like this is gonna be a pretty good average, 16.709 seconds. Gonna have to go harder if I can. Last run to be on the highway at the outskirts of Las Vegas. Perfect start clear. Just gonna have to keep a good eye out on the green gauge. They just hit the finish line by having a good, excellent speed. Okay, looks like that should be good enough. 16.709 seconds in the second run. So that was pretty fantastic for having a drag race well done. Finally made it at Icon 270 after spending some activity time on the live summits. Just gonna have to pick up with some upgraded parts and some visual parts to be added by 1. Very good. Looks like this is gonna be quite doing some drag run out there before moving on to take the next event to be at a different location. Just gonna have to rev up the acceleration. Just go for the nitro. We'll be going back onto the same spot. Wow, looks like this is gonna be pretty good for the top speed asphalt for doing the hobbies. Now, looks like Death Valley has already checked on the normal difficulty. So this one might have to take the ground speed to be on the details. Okay, looks like this looks very good to be on the highlights. So right now, I'll be going in to be in the same spot for having a details for the next event. Looks like going over to Salt Flags, we'll be going in onto the different spot of the location. But maybe this will might have Bonneville will be going in for doing the best part. So it looks like Bonneville it is. This will might have the favorite spot out there for every drag race racers, including different disciplines. So I hope it's going to be quite doing faster. We'll be doing great to be in the first installment from the crew. And the second installment is going to be quite very included for this event. So let's get prepped up and get ready to go. Run number 1 is going in by having the most main ejected time by 16 seconds by over a decimal time. Just gonna have to be prepped up and get ready to roll. Four times by switching up the gear, and it's about to go faster. Whoa! I didn't see that coming. They put a ramp in it. Super awesome. I cannot believe it. This event may include with a ramp that could probably give some good jump performance. I should probably have to go again. Run number 2. Okay, all set and good to go by the halfway mark. Very good. Just hit the nitro and save it for the last run. Man, I really love this event. Taking a good quarter-mile run with a good, excellent jump. So it looks like this is going to be having 15.17 seconds by having a good, perfect performance. Run number 3 for the final run. Just going to have to do the same thing. Keep in the green zone to be warming up. This time, this one might have to save the nitro for having a good start. Here I come. Here comes the ramp. Now that was super fantastic. Very good, and this is going to be quite doing successful for having a perfect run time in the second run. That makes it 15.16 seconds. Doing great for some good earnings and have some 4 loot to be picked up. Wow, looks like this is going to be the best view out there for having a drag race. Now, looks like this one might have to give a pit stop time. We'll be putting up with some parts upgraded. So, hope this one might have some stars earned to be received. Very good. Now, let's get prepped up to be giving some upgrades. Just gonna have to install here. 400 should be quite giving a good max on the ECU. 399 to be installed. Maybe I should probably have to be stick it as well, but the rarity has definitely might give a good style performance. Will be given a good speed. Will be going much stronger enough by doing some speed trap. Okay, that should be good enough. Alright, performance level at 393. Only 7 more to go. Maybe this one might have some few parts will be going maximum. Just gonna have to go back onto the live map, and that one might take one last event to be in the same spot. Looks like this is gonna be a very good spot out there on Bonneville Salt Flags to be on different straightaways by the quarter mile. maybe this wheel might have a good view out there for every players will be going in to be hanging around. Now that's just gonna have to go over to Salt Flats, and that we might take one event we'll be leaving in at the mountain states we'll be traveled to. Always love having drag race on Bonneville Salt Flats. Just gonna make sure if I could probably have to go hard or ace difficulty, we'll be doing some 3 steps. That we might have some better earnings and some more followers. We'll be going much faster and better to do the same.
2, 1.
So let's get prep up and get ready to go for only a decimal time to be at 15 seconds by having a 0.5. All set on the green burn check. Here I come. This is going to be the perfect spot out there. It's a good thing this is going to be the best place when I start out as a test run. Very good run. 14.43 seconds on the first run. Now going into run number 2. Okay, all checked in the green zone. There you go. 3 seconds until hitting the green light. That's more like it. Just gonna keep going at it until make the last run on the Salt Flats. 13.882 seconds. This looks very good. Just gonna have to go harder. Okay. Very good. 3 seconds and hit the green light. Alright, looks like this is all good. 13.848 seconds. This is going to be a pretty good check mark on the dirt run, and that makes it a fine outcome for having some good successful earnings. 3 loot to be collected, 1 common and 2 rare. Looks like I finally get used to it for having a nice drag race discipline. We'll be going straight. Handling to be going on for the straightaways by the curves, so maybe this one might have to stick it in onto the maintain faster formation. But I mean, take a good look onto the course map, folks. 2 ways on the quarter-mile distance runs out there by having a good remarkable by capital V for victory. Maybe this one might be quite very good for taking a photo souvenirs. But anyway, let's just gonna have to continue on for the next drag race event. East field has already complete, so looks like this one might have to go over to New York City for an FDR drive. For taking one last drag race, we'll be going in for taking 1 more to go. Maybe this is going to be quite good for having a quarter-mile run at Upper East Side. So looks like this is going to be quite doing great out there to be taking a drag race at the Big Apple.
Driving legal has its perks. For example, you're going to be going just a little bit faster than the speed limit on the FDR, and nobody's going to give you a ticket.
Everything's all good for now on here, Latrell. This race is going to be the perfect spot for taking a good drag race on New York City. 10 seconds to proceed forward onto the starting grid, and that means this will might give a good exact spot we'll be going in to be at the oncoming speed.
2,
So let's get prepped up and be ready to do some drag race for 3 times, and that will might take a good challenging efforts. We'll be doing a warm-up.
Remember, drive fast in a straight line. You got that, right?
Crystal clear, hero. Okay, green burns checked. Let's do this.
You think you can keep that up?
Just getting warmed up by having a good, excellent speed of performance. 1 down, 2 to go for having the most successful FDR drive in New York City. There you go, just stay on the green zone for having the most successful spot. Okay, looks like this is going to be a pretty good run. Almost barely had the chance by 0.5 seconds up ahead to the gap. Gear shift is all good. Gonna have to make 1 perfect chance we'll be doing successful. Last run. And this is going to be a 100% complete on drag race. That's more like it. Going in to hit the nitro. I hope this is going to be a pretty good time. Gear shift perfect, and that one might have a run time for 11.379 seconds. So that makes it a decimal of 211 seconds. That was very awesome. Drag race fantastic to be complete. This is going to be quite super fast out there to be on the straightaway, viewers. So looks like my Corvette did everything going by its perks. This is going to be quite very perfect for this drag race discipline. We'll be going much faster for taking 3 runs on different locations. Luckily, that one might be quite very good to be on a speed trap for taking part in live summit events. I hope I could probably have to go maximum if I could probably have enough legendary loot parts will be collected. So let's see on to the activities to see how good for the drag race to be at 100%. Okay, looks like this is going to be quite very good on the check mark. Same thing goes for drift. And that means street race and hypercar will be coming up next for taking some more events will be going in. So right now, this one might have to take the main focus on street race for having some different rides will be going to continue to be at 48%. Luckily, 50% by having a rival event available by having an early time before the agency has come to be arrived. So don't worry folks. This one might have to do some more street race events at 50% or more until it reaches up at 100%. So that makes 1 racing skills will be going in at the circuit, and sprint race will be doing some good efforts. We'll have to do some different rides will be going in to be participate. Now maybe this one might have to going in to take the next walkthrough. We'll be doing some more off-road events. We'll be doing some rally raid. But I hope I could probably have to do some more rally raid events, folks. That means this one might take the best determined choice we'll be using with any kinds of favorite off-road vehicles. We'll be doing much successful. Will be beat the time. Well, looks like this is going to be quite doing job well done for finishing up drag race. For doing the most finest run ever yet. But maybe this one might have to keep my Corvette C7 Stingray to be used as the main favorite. But any kinds of drag vehicles will be doing some more finest performance will be need some upgrades. But don't worry, taking some speed traps and more events to be on different difficulties, we'll have to go harder and faster and get stronger. We'll be reaching up by 400 performance. We'll be doing much successful. But I know, I'm just gonna have to do a little bit time to wrap things up to be cruising around in New York City. But maybe this is gonna be a very good spot out there on the forest to be on the highway. I hope you really enjoyed watching the video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. You can follow me on Instagram, DeepNetArts, and GT Planet whenever you want. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time to continue the journey in the Crew 2, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.